Most people think that fixing your life means entirely new circumstances. Shipping your partner out, getting a brand new one in by tomorrow. Changing entire new industries overnight. Better circumstances, different situations, enhanced environments. And while all of this is absolutely possible, it's really not necessary. And it's actually backwards thinking because we do not change from the outside in. We change from the inside out. And so while everybody's focusing on shifting their reality, shifting the outcome, in this video, we will be shifting your lens. And then and only then can every single thing in your life shift instantly. We don't even need 24 hours. Just give me till the end of this video. I got you. So if we're going to begin and actually feel the shift, just repeat with me right now, either in your head, out loud, comment down below. I am no longer available for anything that does not serve my highest good. I am no longer available for anything that does not serve my highest good. Because if you're actually going to have a shift, if you're actually going to have the best year of your life, this has to be the absolute bare minimum. This has to be the base point. This has to be your new foundation. Because then and only then can you actually start to see all of the possibilities in your reality when you refuse the old, when you refuse the nonsense. And so anything in your reality right now, whoever's in your reality, whatever isn't in your reality, is a direct reflection of your state. But what is your state made up of? It's your standards. Now, just bear with me because I know that everyone is yapping about standards and high value this and high standards that, but if people actually knew how drastically and how quickly your life can change when you shift your standards, they wouldn't be yapping about it. They'd just be experiencing pure abundance. Because having your standards, it's not something that you have to consciously think about. They're not rules that you have to, strategically follow. It's your nervous system enforces these standards. So imagine it's like a glass dome surrounding you, and your nervous system will let things in that align with your standards, regardless of what you want or do not want, and things that do not align will bounce right off. And so when you shift your standards, what you tolerate drops, what you attract rises. This is why I say you don't even need to manifest your ex back, because by the time that you've done the work, they're really not that interesting to you in the end anyway. Anything that you do not want in your life dissolves because reality does not argue with your standards. It just confirms them. It just reflects them. And there was a perfect example of this recently. So for those of you that do not know, I used to trade. I traded from 17 to 23 years old, and then I quit for a few years, and I've just recently started again. And I spent the past 6 months trading, and there was one trade that's still eating away at me to this day. That's why I'm bringing it up. But I'm here so you can learn from my mistakes, learn from my failures. I walk so you guys can run. And essentially, this trade helped me understand that I hadn't truly been holding myself to an ultra high standard that I thought I had, because then I would have squeezed more out of this trade. And so I'd been stalking this trade for a while, and I was waiting for, it was the NASDAQ, I was waiting for a correction. It was overextended, and it was something that, was taking its time. It was really stretching people out. And however, when the time came, I was in the trade and I thought, that's great. I caught the trade and I went about my day. It was only when I went over my trading journal and I looked at this trade and I was like, where was I? It didn't matter. And this is what I mean about your standards, how you don't have to actually consciously think about them. It didn't matter that I prepared for this huge trade. It didn't matter that I'd waited weeks. My standard enforced, I make thousands of dollars a day. Once that's done, I'm going to go enjoy my life. And that's exactly what happened. And so this was the trade. And as you can see, I took profit, and I didn't let the trade run, even though that was my plan all along. And what happened? The market, of course, moved without me, and I took this tiny piece of the cake when the universe, the market wanted to give me the entire cake. But where was I? Why wasn't I there ready to squeeze life by the balls? Because my standards were, oh, this is okay. This is fine. I get to live a decent life. What more could I want? And genuinely, what more could I want? But here's the problem with just being okay, with being okay, is that it's not extraordinary. It's not ineffable. It's not out of this world. I mean, to some people, my life may be, but when life wants to give you more, and you say, I'm gonna check out. I'm good. No, this is not high standards. This is not high value. This is not what we're doing in 2026. This is not what you were born to do, to just be okay with just being okay. You're here to squeeze life by the, you're here to take it all. It's for the taking. And when your standards are not on par with the desires that you have, your standards are always going to win, and they will influence your state, and your state will influence your reality, and it will be this vicious cycle over and over and over again. And so how do you begin to raise your standards when maybe you haven't had the highest standards? Maybe you've been taking a tiny piece of the cake when the universe has been like, hey, I've got this whole pie for you. You want any? And you're like, no, I'm good. How do you begin to raise those standards once and for all? And this is a beautiful exercise I'd really love for you to do. I'd really love for you to take the time, because it's going to change your life. You're going to feel it instantly. In fact, you should have already felt it by now in this video, and we're only a few minutes in. I want you to comment down below if you've truly felt the shift already, just a few minutes in. This is why you don't even need 24 hours to change. You don't need a year to change and decades to change. I've been in therapy for 15 years. What are you doing? You're wasting time. You just need to shift the lens that you're viewing from. And that's instant, that's instantaneous. Now this exercise is going to really, harbor it in. Is that the right word? What am I trying to say? You know what I mean, right? This exercise is gonna do it for you. So step one, I want you to get very clear on what it is that you have been tolerating the past few months, or maybe even just a month. How do people speak to you at work? How much money have you been making? Is it enough? Could you be making more? How does your love treat you and speak to you? Are you asking for more time from them? Are you asking for more love from them? Like, really, what have you been tolerating? Get clear. I know that Delulu is a Solulu, but we need to first be aware, at least, of what's really going on, and then we can sprinkle some Delulu on top of that, and it kind of gets rid of the old. Then, once you've got this list of what you have been tolerating, I want you to take yourself out of the equation. Because remember, when we're very close to something, we're unable to see with if you put your hand very close, you cannot see the rest of the room, for example. So when you just move yourself from yourself, you can start to see what's truly going on. And so imagine a really good friend of yours has given you this list and said, these are my issues. How would you identify this person? What type of person would tolerate this list? And then I want you to think about, if nothing changes in the next 6 to 12 months, what's going to happen? Paint a picture. I want you to feel the pain of staying the same. It has to be painful. You have to look at it, just like I looked at that screenshot, I was like, oh, I cannot have this. Like, there's always more, right? My book that I wrote, there's always more love. There's always more. So I want you to paint the picture of, if this identity that's been tolerating this shit stays the same for the next 6 to 12 months, what is going to happen? Maybe nothing, maybe everything, I don't know. But really paint the picture, and then have like a mini ritual, mini funeral for this individual, because this person cannot come with you. She cannot, he cannot, he's got to go. Even if you are where you want to be and you just want to get higher, what got you here is not going to get you there. So they have to go anyway, with love, of course. We do everything with love. So have a mini ritual, let this person go. Then think about the goals of the next 6 to 12 months. Maybe it's 1 goal, 2 goals, 10 goals, whatever. Make it as kind of easy as possible. And then think of the type of person that would have this thing or this relationship or this whatever. And that is going to be your anchor for the next 30 days. So write that person's identity. This is not just affirmations. This is literal identity. I am the type of person who is confident. I am the type of person who is consistent. I am the type of person who is creative. Like, who is this identity? If this person had these goals, what would that look like? Stick it on your mirror when you brush your teeth every day. And this is when you're going to be anchoring in the new identity, because repetition dissolves your disbelief. So you look at this every day, you remind yourself every day, this is who I am now. This is the type of person that doesn't take no shit. This is the type of person that gets things done. This is the type of person who insert whatever it is. In fact, comment down below. I am the type of person who insert blank. I will do mine as well. And I want you to also engage with others and cheer everybody on as well, because we're a community and we're better together. So I've missed you guys so much. Tell me what you guys have been up to, what more you'd like to see from me. Let me know. I love you. I trust this video helped you manifest. Let me know how this exercise goes, and I know I'll be doing mine as well. So you're worthy, you're loved. I love you, and thank you. I've filmed this video 5 times. So if you don't fix your life after 5 fucking times, action. Most people think